For centuries, people have imagined ancient Chinese prostitutes as mysterious women dressed in silk, entertaining wealthy nobles in elegant houses lit by lanterns. But the truth was far more complicated. In ancient China, not all prostitutes were the same. Some were respected artists who entertained emperors and scholars with music, poetry, and conversation. Others lived lives of poverty and exploitation, with little control over their own fate. Their stories reveal not only the hidden world of pleasure, but also the social structure of imperial China. The history of prostitution in China stretches back more than 2,000 years. During the spring and autumn period in the Han Dynasty, governments began regulating prostitution in different forms. By the Tang and Song dynasties, large entertainment districts flourished in major cities, becoming centers of culture, commerce, and politics. Ancient Chinese prostitutes generally fell into several categories. The highest ranking were the courtesans. These women were often highly educated. They learned to play musical instruments, write poetry, paint, dance, and engage in sophisticated conversation. Wealthy merchants, government officials, and famous scholars sought their company not only for romance, but also for intellectual companionship. Many of these celebrated courtesans became cultural icons. Some inspired famous poems, influenced political figures, and even appeared in historical records centuries later. Their beauty attracted attention, but it was often their talent and intelligence that made them unforgettable. Another group consisted of government-owned prostitutes, known as official courtesans. They served at state banquets, military camps, or government entertainment houses. Some were former criminals or the family members of convicted officials who had been forced into this role. Their lives were tightly controlled, and freedom was rare. At the lowest level were ordinary prostitutes working in inexpensive brothels. Many entered the profession because of poverty, debt, famine, or human trafficking. Some were sold by desperate families. Others were kidnapped or forced into prostitution after wars. For these women, life was harsh, and opportunities to escape were extremely limited. Contrary to popular belief, ancient Chinese brothels were not always places of luxury. While famous establishments in prosperous cities like Chang'an, Kaifeng, and later Nanjing could be elegant and richly decorated, countless others were crowded, unsanitary, and dangerous. The glamorous world described in novels represented only a small fraction of reality. The relationship between courtesans and scholars became one of the most distinctive features of Chinese culture. Unlike respectable women, who were expected to remain secluded at home, courtesans could openly participate in literary gatherings. They exchanged poems with famous writers, discussed philosophy, and performed music before elite audiences. Ironically, some of the most educated women in ancient China lived outside respectable society. Despite their talents, courtesans occupied a fragile social position. Most could not legally marry into elite families, no matter how wealthy or accomplished they became. Their social status remained low, and many spent their lives searching for security through powerful patrons or marriage. Different dynasties viewed prostitution differently. Some emperors attempted to regulate or tax the industry. Others tried to suppress it entirely. Yet prostitution never disappeared. As cities expanded and trade flourished, entertainment districts continued to grow alongside the urban economy. One famous example was the Qinhuai River in Nanjing during the late Ming Dynasty. Its elegant pleasure boats, theaters, tea houses, and courtesans became legendary throughout China. Women such as Lu Rushi, Dong Xiaowan, Li Xiangjuan, and Shun Yuanyuan would later become some of the most famous courtesans in Chinese history, remembered not only for their beauty but also for their courage, artistic talent, and influence during one of China's most turbulent eras. Looking back today, it is easy to judge these women through modern eyes. But their lives reflected a society where class, gender, and family determined a person's destiny far more than personal choice. Some achieved fame. A few found love. Many disappeared into history without leaving even a name behind. The story of prostitution in ancient China is not simply about sex or scandal. It is a story of survival, inequality, culture, and the remarkable women who lived within one of history's most complex civilizations. And in the episodes ahead, we'll meet some of these extraordinary women, courtesans whose lives shaped literature, influenced emperors, and, in some cases, changed the course of Chinese history.